All right. Another episode of Not Hot Ones. Nothing even familiar or like Hot Ones. It's complete parody with my boy, the legend, Jesse Gold. It's a goddamn pleasure, pal.
Pleasure to be here. Thank you
Dude,
for
I'm
having
so
me.
happy you agreed to do this. This is amazing. When I told you about it, you were like fucking immediately, you were like, yes, 100%.
Jeff says jump, I say how high.
Dude, that is my guy. All right. So the way we're going to do this is we'll go over the hot sauce.
Okay.
Then we'll read a question.
Okay.
We'll tap. We'll cheers. We'll bite in. And then hopefully you try to answer the question while uncomfortable.
Okay.
Let's go. Let's go. All right. So first here, let's just start you off, a little foreplay. We have a sweet Scotch Bonnet.
Love it.
Tropical. I still can't say this word. Amarillo. Amarillo. Can't read either. We're learning that today as well. Because every time I try to read this, it's like a fucking mess. All right, this is 6 out of 10. Nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy. We'll see how it goes.
Cheers.
Cheers, pal. All right. Whoa. You started in a call center environment in the mortgage business. From that experience has helped you and the way you operate today. Are there things you don't do now because of that experience? Don't do now. Not do new now.
Am I supposed to answer or are we eating a bite of this first?
Yes,
Okay.
my bad. I'm the one fucking this up.
No, that's fine. I'm
Cheers.
Cheers. Okay, we're gonna have some fun.
We can taste it immediately.
Mm-hmm.
It's an introduction.
And this is the least hot one.
Yeah. That's good.
All right, so started in a call center. Definitely learned a ton.
Now, what was that? Was that just a refi shop?
So was for Freedom Mortgage.
Right.
I only sold refinances. They segregated different sales floors, sold different products. Definitely learned a ton that I shouldn't do. Definitely learned a ton that I should do. I would say first professional job teaches you a ton about being a professional, showing up on time, time management skills in general. And then the biggest thing that I kind of learned early on is there's a blueprint for success. So you don't need to recreate the wheel. So one of the first things I did after being on the sales floor for a couple of weeks, I went to my manager, had a quasi friend or coworker that worked there, Matt Newman, was the number one guy on the floor. I immediately said to my manager, I'm like, put my chair directly next to his.
Fucking genius, dude. That's awesome.
And I'm going to just learn through osmosis. I know how to do this a little bit, but obviously he's a top dog.
Straight up beast.
So sat next to him, learned a bunch through osmosis, and then kind of worked my way up. But as far as things it taught me not to do, it was an entry-level job. There were a lot of younger people on the sales floor. And they would, for instance, a couple people on Tuesday nights, they're going out there partying.
Face off.
They're coming into work the next day. You're smelling the alcohol on them. They're not
clear. You can tell they've been boozing. Yeah.
Very, very, very different. A lot of people, they're going out for lunch and, maybe clocking in late or early or whatever. I was just a big proponent of, I'm here. I'm going to learn. I want to be able to structure my day well.
Much more seriously.
I also viewed it as competition because you're on a sales floor. All these numbers are public.
Yeah.
So I would say to myself, well, if I eat my lunch at my desk, that's 3 or 4 more calls I can get.
Hell yeah,
that's one more application I'm going to get. We multiply that over a week, over a month, over a year.
How old are you? You're probably, 23, 24 years old?
I was 22, fresh out, literally graduated college on a Thursday.
You were being methodical at a really young age.
Graduated college on a Thursday, started on a Monday. First couple weeks was all training, but they paid for our training. And if you passed the test on the first shot, you got a $1,000 bonus. Regular school, okay student, not the best.
Right.
Put $1,000 on the line to pass the test.
You'll figure it out.
I'm going to figure it out and pass the test.
That's awesome. Yeah.
But just came in, kind of was competitive and trying to figure out ways to be able to get an advantage over other people.
It's interesting you said that, just being aware at that young age. Yo, man, these guys are not going to get, they will be fine. They'll keep their job. But you're not going to, really excel acting like that. See, you got that way earlier. I was one of those kids.
Yeah.
Like my first sales job, made a little bit of money. I was partying my face off.
Well, I could just see like, okay, who are the successful people here and what are their habits like?
Yes.
And then who are the bottom 30% and what are their habits like? And honestly, when you work in a call center and you work in a business like we work, where volume can shift a little bit from month to month or year to year, they would have real layoffs.
Yeah.
So like I had like a welcome to the real world moment 2 months into my job.
Oh, Jesus Christ. And some guys were just getting wiped out.
We see like people literally get an email and you see people stand up and walk to a room and then they go in the room and then people come out with boxes and start packing their stuff up as they're in this room. And then we see them walking out of the office out the window and I'm like, I was just at lunch with him and he's gone.
Oh, Jesus.
So it was like a little bit of, hey,
you were kind of like on your toes all the time.
You just, at least me.
Yeah.
You know, I wanted to do well. I wanted to make some money.
Yep.
I was like, I got to produce. I got to always figure out how to be in the top 10, top 5%.
Awesome.
So that I'm not getting walked out of here.
That's incredible. That didn't happen to me. You were 3 or 4. I mean, I was hungry and I was working like a madman. But I had this whole like party hard play, like work hard, party hard type situation. It wasn't later till I found out later. I always like, it's always easy in retrospect. But like, I'm like, dude, you could have been killing it. If you were making your calls, but like, could you imagine if you weren't hungover doing it?
I realized early, this is going to sound so crazy, but I would go to lunch with the fellas. We would go eat whatever we want. Yeah. And I would suck in the afternoon on the phones because I'd be like, okay, I just had a burger. I want to go take a nap.
Yeah, dude, yeah.
Then I literally started bringing, like a salad with some grilled chicken for lunch or whatever. And like, again, all of our numbers were published that you could tell, you could follow the trends here. And I'd be like, oh, wow, my afternoons are going a lot better now because I'm not lagging ass trying to go to sleep.
There was also that element of like, you're like sitting next to the guy that was like killer. Like, there was a group of us, like with this freshman class. I worked at Liberty Mutual, but it was all very similar. We were all, young salespeople, hustling, grinding. And I remember like, it was like a small group of us that like we just took it way more serious than everybody else. And we were like, no, we could like. And there was some mentors there that really pushed us, and we saw we saw a trajectory of like having a successful career. Yeah. And we wanted it so bad.
Well, you also, when you're young and you're on commission and all of a sudden that first nice check rolls through and then maybe you take your foot off the gas and you don't make as much money, you're like, okay, the feeling of that check felt a lot better than these others. I got to be here anyway. I got to take these calls anyway.
I always thought there was an element because I saw my other colleagues of like, they had families. And I was like, what a win. I don't have that right now. Like, they have to go home. Not like, should they go home? Yeah. They have, like, they 100%, that is the most important. They have to go home at 5. I'm a 9 to 5 guy now. Like, at 5 o'clock, I'm out of here. I'm going to go see my family. Yeah. But I always thought that I was like, dude, what I can make up for, like, in just sheer effort and time. Meaning, like, I might be half the guy you are as far as a good sales rep. Yep. But I can spend 12 hours a day when you're only spending 7.5. Yep. And I was like, there's got to be at some point a win there because of it. You know, it's very interesting if you can catch it at a young age. It doesn't happen often. And it doesn't. That has nothing to do with skill. It's just sheer perseverance. Just effort. You know what I mean? Effort. All right, good question. I love it. We're getting off to a good start, man. All right, this one is The Last Dab Apollo, and The Last Dab Apollo is the world's only hot sauce made with Apollo pepper. I've never heard of Apollo pepper before.
Sounds like a fun time.
The new hottest pepper from Guinness World Record holding chili breeder.
I'd also like the record to show we have the sauce just on top here. So I don't want no shit for not eating the other side. I'm just eating the top side.
Because I've seen, I'm not gonna lie,
all the sauce will be competing.
A couple guys bit the bottom.
No. We will. You won't see any sauce on the wings.
Right. This is lather. Chet, what are you doing to me? Is that John DePaul? What up, John DePaul? Oh, it's rock. Fucking horrible. That's so bad. I'm just going to bite onto a bitch. Ah!
We're here.
Oh my God, it's not fun.
I will say, last round, took a little sip of water, and I feel like that exaggerated the pain. So we're going to stay away from the water, and we're just going to let this. There's a lot of strategies. And it's all.
Woo!
Yeah, we're gonna let this linger.
There's bread.
No. We're just gonna battle it all the way through. Organic, little sourdough.
Little sourdough organic.
You got a good sourdough plug. I got a good plug if you need.
Gallo, dude, she's the best, dude.
Is that actually an Emily Gallo sourdough bread?
She didn't make this, but she went out and got it for me. I asked for white bread. She got me an organic sourdough. I love you.
Perfect.
What a girl. She didn't give me that GMO shit.
No.
Cancer in this stuff.
No.
All right. You went on an almost religious run of fully committing to open houses across the city to break into the business and build relationships. What was the goal, and what did you learn, and how has it shaped your business today?
All right, so I'll give a little backstory. Ooh. We got no sauce on this side, so I'll take a.
Let's cool you down, Blake.
Yeah, cool you down, Blake.
Oh, see, I didn't want too hard on that one side.
So I joined the company I'm with in October of 21. Rates were still a little bit lower, and it was the first time I was going to be 100% commission based.
Yeah.
I said to myself, I'm going to be able to cherry pick some refis.
Yeah.
I'll figure out this purchase thing. About a month or two in, rates start to really like scream higher. Refi business is done. I had like a oh fuck moment.
Like you're knocking most out of the business.
Literally, I was like, what?
You're starting to tear up.
I was like, what am I going to do now? So I live on South Street in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
I would see these open house signs all over the street. And a buddy of mine's dad was telling me about someone he knew in Chicago who did what I do and was like, yeah, he would go to a bunch of open houses. So I was like, oh, what a great idea. So one day I just literally filled a book bag with water bottles and started walking to these open houses, introducing myself to these realtors. After a weekend or two, I realized like realtors are literally sitting in these open houses, almost bored. Like they want someone to talk to.
What a captive audience.
So it was great. Then I kind of like put some pen to paper and was like, all right, if I can get to 15 open houses every weekend, that's 15 agents. That's 60 agents a month. Out of these 60 agents.
That's 60 agents you're actually having an actual meeting.
An actual meeting, but a cold one. They don't know who I am. They're like, who's this guy? Matter. You're meeting. I said, I'm going to be able to get about 8 to 10 of these agents to agree to get coffee with me. And of the 8 to 10 that get coffee with me, 1 to 2 are going to actually, I'm going to vibe with them. We're going to have good chemistry and we're going to work together. So in my head, it was 60 agents equals 1 to 2 relationships. So 60 open houses. You do that month over month. You do it for 2 years. All of a sudden, after 2 years, we got 40, 50 agents we now know and have good relationships with and been fortunate enough to be able to do some business with.
God damn, dude. And I think when you said to me, well, this is a little backstory, how we met.
I see the little sweat.
I'm fucking dying. Yeah. I'm like, I want to have this conversation, but I'm also trying to figure out how I'm going to get through.
Yeah, that's all right. You don't have to. I'll deal with the pain for the two of us.
No.
Isn't that what relationships are?
We're going to fight.
Sometimes I give 90 and you give 10. Other times you give 80 and I give 20. That is very true.
That is on some like...
Some Mel Robbins, relationship stuff for you, all right? We're not going to be able to give 100 every day.
He's like, I might take you up on that.
I'm dying. When we met, you told me you were doing this, and I remember being like, and you said, hey, worst case scenario, they see me a couple times. They're going to have to at least be friendly.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to keep showing up.
Well, what happened was the first person to refer me a deal. So for like 2 months, I'm doing this religiously.
You're getting
nothing. And I'm like giving up my weekends. My friends are out. I'm kind of, younger. People are at brunch and this and the shore. And I just kind of stayed committed. And I eventually started to see some agents for the second time, for the third time. And they were like, all right, dude, like, who are you? What are you doing? Why are you out here?
You
like, I respect the hustle.
Respect it after a certain period of time.
Yes. And then eventually someone throws you a bone and then they're on a team and the deal goes well. And they say, hey, Ryan on my team you guys would really vibe. Like, let me connect you guys. And it just kind of webbed out from there a little bit.
God damn. I love it. The Last Dab.
Woo!
Reaper edition.
It's funny because
you see sweat on the back of my neck from this camera angle?
Just as my mouth starts to like simmer, it's like, okay, right back in.
All right, I'm going to read you the question first because that's what we were supposed to do and we fucking got a little bit off here. I've been cursing way too much. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna bring it out of you here.
Jefferson Avenue is a wholesome organization. We do a lot of community things, and then they're going to like the brand.
But you know why people like you? Because you're authentic.
I guess authentic gets thrown around too much.
No, but you're authentic. You are who you are. You are unapologetically Jeff.
I get it. I understand, but authentic gets thrown around as it's almost like a crutch, where like you can hide behind being quote unquote authentic. For you not putting the effort in to try to be a better version of yourself.
Fair.
You know what I mean? That's some dimes right there. All right. Let's do it. How? Okay, wait a minute. I didn't do this part. The Reaper edition. I thought last time this was the hottest, but then another time I did it, the first one, it wasn't the hottest. So it really depends on where we're at and how much Chetch over here lathered up mine. Okay. So yeah, this is 11, 10 out of 10. This isn't that big. Cheers, pal.
Are you doing the question first, or we're not doing this?
I'm having a hard time.
That's fine. That's why I'm here.
How has being with a small company benefited your business? What are some of the tangible pros that has helped you in your success? Now what's yours?
Cheers. Oh, God. Almost got a little citrus at the front in here, though.
I definitely got. What is that exactly? Woo!
Yeah, it's hot.
There's a zingy blend of mustard, ginger, and turmeric.
Can confirm on the zing.
Yeah.
I can confirm on the zing.
Oh, it burned my lips off. I knew it touched my lips, and I was like, "Yo, this is a problem."
Yeah, you got to be careful. You can't take deep breaths in because, like, the back of the neck or back of the throat.
Yo, Wishnick was fucking rubbing his eyes with like the he had these oily, really like he was really rubbing his eyes, making it way worse.
One of the things I will say, the small company, I feel like has a ton of benefits, especially in Philadelphia. There are obviously some monster companies in our space that have a ton of market share, and they have all the bells and the whistles. But as someone in sales who's at a smaller institution, we are much, at these other larger companies, you have sales folks, you have sales managers, you have regional managers, branch managers, the end manager, the CEO.
Yeah.
For me,
how's that one do for you, by the way?
I'm feeling okay.
Okay.
I'm feeling okay. For me to have the ability to have a great relationship with the owner of my company and be able to kind of bypass all those channels, like I don't have a sales manager, there is no regional manager, there's no branch manager. So if I need something and it's a kind of a, time sensitive situation, there's no red tape.
Yeah.
We're going right to the top.
It's really a way to like completely cut through.
100%. I feel like in our industry, a lot of people will tell you like speed wins.
Yeah.
And when you can kind of cut through all that minutia and get the answers and the decisions very quickly, I feel like it gives a little bit of a competitive advantage.
Yes.
The other nice thing, as I start to cry, is
because of the deepness of your comments or the actual hot wings? Or a little bit of
both? A little bit of both. Sentimental talk.
It really starting to burn my mouth.
Sentimental talking about Mortgage Country, but
oh God,
a lot of these other institutions, they have, maybe a big spend for technology or advertising or marketing. We don't do nearly as much of that as some of these other institutions. And we kind of give that back to the consumer. And it allows us to be super aggressive with the rates that we have the ability to offer.
Exactly.
The fees that we impose. So
I've seen it.
We have a lot of the same products and programs that these other giants have. But most of the time, we can be a little bit more cost effective, which is the benefit of working at a little bit of a smaller boutique firm.
There's also, maybe I'm speaking for you, but like when you're with a bigger operation, there's a lot of reps.
Tons of reps.
So like meaning like if you're talking to, there's not a lot of, I'm already talking to somebody from Mortgage Country. Like doesn't happen often.
Doesn't happen often. And then, the other thing being in sales, right? Like
my tongue is burning off.
It's like my tonsils in the back.
I want to let my tongue hang out.
Yeah. Yeah, the milk is starting to look appetizing.
I like milk. I'm about to like milk. Oh my God. Yo, Chad, can I get another seltzer? I'm falling apart.
I'm scared to
Jesse's trying really hard to have a serious conversation.
I'm scared to put anything else in my mouth. Well, it's just nice, selfishly speaking, when you're a little bit of a bigger fish in a small pond, in a sales position, it's better. I mean, these other big companies, all of a sudden you go there and they got, 10 people doing the level of business I'm doing or, significantly more.
Right. Yeah, fucking right, man. Absolutely.
All right, we're going to try a little bread.
Yeah, dude. You're not a bread guy either, sorry.
Well, if it's sourdough, it's fair game. But if it's not, I'm going to get shit from everyone who knows me. You're eating fucking white bread.
Next question. I'm going to skip around a little bit.
Skip around.
Speaking of your food choices.
Oh, here we go.
Ready? This on the next one. Hot ones. featuring Pepper X. Don't do that voice, dude. Every time I go, I'm doing extreme. The Last Dab, XXX. This is the most racy of them.
Question first.
Salmon Mortgage Monday. This is something you've been consistent. You post about eating salmon on Mondays and then drop some mortgage knowledge. How do you put those three things together?
Cheers.
Cheers. Fuck. This is gonna suck. Oh God, dude. Hey, rough, man.
Salmon Mortgage Monday. So this originated for two reasons. One, it was during COVID. Two, I had just started. Was that just numbness in the tongue and the lips? And just...
I didn't even feel it. Keep going. I'm sorry.
So it was during COVID.
Completely.
Just right out. And then I had just created an Instagram. And during COVID, doing a lot of cooking. And I happened to be putting salmon up on Mondays on my Instagram because that's what I would make. Now, the reason salmon was on Mondays is because you go to the grocery store on Sunday. If you buy fish, that's probably the first thing you got to cook because we can't be keeping fish in the fridge too long.
Those Mondays, salmon.
So Sunday we food shop, Mondays we cook our salmon. Then people, at first it was Salmon Monday. People started reaching out like, what's the deal with the Salmon Monday? And I was like, all right, like I know a little bit about marketing. If people are going to know me as a Salmon Monday guy, they ought to know me as the Salmon Mortgage Monday guy.
I love it.
So that they can correlate Jesse to mortgages.
I love it.
And then it just kind of ran from there.
Dude,
now
people like text you pictures of their Salmon Mortgage Mondays.
We got some realtors that get in on the game, some coworkers that get in on the game.
Silly.
I will be honest with you. I'll go to like a friend's wedding and you see some buddies you haven't seen in a while. The first thing people that haven't seen me in a while say to me, they'll be like, "Oh, Salmon Mortgage Monday." Like, I'm like, all right. Well, as long as you're correlating me and mortgages, this is working.
Yes,
so
yes.
I'm good with it.
Dude, you have to just keep doing it. You have to be
I'm
consistent.
good with it. Fuck.
The Last Dab experience. I can't help it, dude. I can't help it because it reads that way. Like it's shown like you're supposed to say it with extreme. Everything's extreme.
Got me white bread.
Yo, dude, that's the level we're at. Until you miss it, kind of.
Fuck.
All right. Ready?
Yes, sir.
Many people don't know this. You know this. Jesse Gold was the star QB of his high school. No, and then you said you were the point guard for your basketball team?
Played
Holy shit, dude.
quarterback, point guard, catcher.
What a beast.
Was busy.
What was it like being that cool at a young age? And second, what skills and traits have transferred to the business world?
Okay.
Cheers. All right.
Oh boy.
All right, yeah.
It's always comforting when you see the heat level is 11 out of 10.
Oh my God, bro.
So that's cool.
I gotta be a trooper. I gotta be the man I need to be because I got John DePaul next, another guest, another lovely guest. And I gotta make sure that I come correct for him.
My basketball teammate right there.
He's a fucking beast, dude.
All right.
Oh.
So definitely played a lot of sports growing up. Definitely used that background to all the things I learned in my professional career today. So the first question you asked me was what it was like being cool. Peaking at 18 was great in the moment. Since then, I've realized that it's not the greatest. It's not the greatest.
Oh God, that's so funny. I mean, you're straight out of a goddamn one of those bomb-coms, dude. Like you're the guy.
It was fun. High school was great. I feel like one of the cool things with me and a lot of my buddies in high school, we realized how good we had it in the moment.
Yeah.
So like anything we could do to get together, like, you know, obviously all the shenanigans stuff, but like a lot of just amazing memories with some of my friends that today are like still my closest
That's
friends.
awesome. Hell yeah.
So it was cool that we all kind of like took advantage of it while we had it. But from like a sports background, I mean, I feel like that is the reason I am who I am.
Yeah,
today.
like the discipline, like even
Everything.
your first answer regarding the Freedom Mortgage thing. I feel like that is very much answering the question of like how you got so disciplined in the first place.
100%. I mean, like in high school, I was the captain of a lot of these teams as well. So like you take on these leadership roles, you learn a lot about like how to communicate with certain people.
Yeah.
Some people, I mean, I have a lot of teammates that if you call them today, they would straight up tell you Jesse was a fucking asshole. Like I hated him.
That's amazing.
But for instance, there was a guy we would play with, and like you needed to get on him for him to get a little bit angry, and he would play better.
Yes.
There's other people that you get on, they would shut down.
Yes, exactly.
And it's more of like, hey, you go put your arm around him, it's going to be all right, whatever. Yeah. So it's great for real world experience where, in our business, sometimes there can be emotions can run a little bit hot. There's fires that have to be put out. There's a certain way to communicate with people. I know at my company, my head underwriter, my head processor, if she's not having the best day, it's let's leave Samantha alone today. Give her space. Let her know.
Shout out to Samantha.
Let her know that if there's anything I can do to help, I'm here. But like, that's how you communicate with her.
Yeah.
But like just being on a sports team and having a common goal with other people and everyone being able to row in the same direction and understanding that like the sum of us is much more important 100%. Than the individual. Or just like great life lessons that I
couldn't agree more.
Anyone should learn.
I wish I learned that. I didn't play sports in high school.
Really?
At all.
I think it should be
parking lot kid, if you get my drift.
I got you. I think it should be really mandatory. I think if I ever owned my own company, I would be definitely looking to hire people.
It's very interesting
that have backgrounds of being in locker rooms with other people, having to make sacrifices.
No, I miss it. I mean, I play a lot. I play a lot of pickup basketball, and I'm like, man, like there was like a 20-year void of like not having that competitiveness.
Yeah.
Where I was like, oh my god,
this is how we compete.
Yeah, right I know. But my point is, I feel like because I play hoops, even if it's just bullshit, stuff. I just like I leave the gym and after playing basketball, and I'm like, well, there's a lot of like there's something that was like not like it was being redirected, and I don't think for a good reason into the business where I could get it out that like that competitiveness. You know what I mean?
Well, I try to use it in our I really only compete against myself, but even as I'm walking in here, you had a different loan officer. Shout out Mr. Rob Wishnick.
Yes.
Like as I grow my business and scale up, sports taught me like you look forward, right? Like you're going to beat the team down the street that sucks. You're not excited to get up and play them. But when you got the crosstown rival coming in who's got a better record than you, that's when you get excited for. And you always want to look up to see how can we push the ball forward? How can we become better? And in our industry, there's a lot of producers in Philadelphia.
And what's cool about a lot of those guys, like speaking of like Wishnick, is that like he's willing to talk to the young guys.
For sure.
It's freaking awesome.
It's great. I mean, they're a wealth of knowledge. Back to the first thing we talked about, like there's a blueprint for success. Like you go get Rob's ear for a little bit or someone like Vicky Cameron at Cross Country for a little bit. I mean, they've been in the business for 10, 15, 20 years longer than I have.
Absolutely.
They're doing more business than I'm doing.
Yes.
But they're open to kind of having conversations.
I couldn't agree more, man. All right, last one. It's called The Last Dad. Thermageddon. I don't really understand the play on words there. Can you help me out?
Thermageddon?
What are they going for?
I think we're going to be got.
I'm going to be, okay. Well, I'm trying my best.
Well, the white bread helps. I am scared to have anything else, though, because I
White
had
bread
one
Jesse. White bread Jesse Tuesdays.
Very off-brand here. Sourdough white bread. Well, I guess not sourdough.
Organic.
Organic sourdough.
Shout out to Mrs. Gallo. All right, ready? This is straight up just a mortgage question.
Okay.
Because we get this a lot. Fed's dropping rates.
Yesterday.
But then you bastards raise rates. Why?
Okay.
Why does that happen?
It's a great question.
All right.
This is a bad wing here. We got a lot
of shit going on?
No. Not a battle through.
They probably threw it. You probably got more of it. That might have to check, boo. I gotta tell you, I think this one this time around, and it's definitely based off how much you lathered it on. These two really, really, really hurt my soul. Like the one, dude, I'm not gonna lie, that was by accident. I poured this in and it just.
I could tell it was by accident because it literally just came right out of your mouth.
All right, so what the hell, man?
All right, so
Jesse, I don't understand. The Fed dropped the rates.
We get this all the time. I feel like the media does a terrible job of covering some of this stuff, I
don't even think they know what they're talking about.
In full transparency, neither do I. I am not some expert on the Fed by any means, but the Fed does not control mortgage rates, and there is a misnomer out there that the Fed announces we cut rates by 0.25%, and everyone and their mother thinks that means mortgage rates got cut. But what really is happening, the day of the cut announcement, that's been basically announced in markets 2 to 3 weeks prior. So if the Fed's going to be cutting rates, let's say December 9th, which they did, in like November, mid-November, there's already rumors circulating about this stuff. So the market's already anticipating it. And we're seeing rates adjust maybe 2 or 3 weeks before the actual announcement happens.
Gotcha. So they're baking in.
It is baked in. By the time the cut happens, it's already been baked into mortgage rates.
Yes.
Then on top of that, depending upon what Mr. Powell says at these speeches or whatever it is, if he gives an outlook that's like, oh, well, we think we were going to have like 5 cuts in 2026, but maybe it's only going to be 4, that's why you would see rates tick up in a day like that, because they're reacting to what Powell says he thinks is going to happen in the future. So at the end of the day, though, when it comes to rates, like I think I've told you this before, you make a payment, not a rate.
Right.
When I talk to a consumer on the phone,
you can structure it properly.
Yeah, when I talk to a consumer on the phone, first thing we ask, where are you comfortable monthly payment?
Right.
Second thing we ask, how much cash are you comfortable using for this transaction?
Yes.
If we can find you a house that fits those 2 numbers, who gives a shit if the rate's 10% or 2%?
Right.
Like, it's personal finance.
Yes, absolutely. And not trying to overstretch. I feel like that's what a lot of people.
Yeah, I tell people all the time, like, there's what you're qualified for and what we can approve you for.
Should get.
I don't give a shit what I can approve you
I
for.
tell people all the time. I go, there's what you have to buy for your insurance to qualify your mortgage, and then there's what you should buy as a prudent homeowner.
Yeah.
And it's like they're 2 wildly different things.
Wildly different. Think about it this way. In the mortgage world, we qualify people on your gross income. Last time I checked, when I get my paycheck, I don't know about you, that gross income doesn't hit my bank account. Taxes are getting taken out of that. So I'm qualifying, let's say someone makes $100,000, I'm qualifying you on $8,300 a month,
Right.
but you're only taking home $6, 58.
Yeah.
So as far as stretching yourself, like people got to be careful.
That's exactly right. And take into consideration, some bad shit could happen.
Yeah. Lost a job, whatever.
Yeah,
you pop a tire, all of a sudden you got an $800 expense for a
that's why I
tire.
get nervous is people are already stretching and they have no room for like anything to go on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right, dude.
We did it.
We did it.
We did it.
We did it. I'm proud of you. You are the man, dude. It's a goddamn pleasure. I always say that when we met.
I would say the pleasure's all mine, but it was not.
I met Jesse the day the world shut down.
Yeah.
We were at a coffee shop and we were like, should we be here?
Do you remember the coffee shop?
It was the Joan OCF.
OCF, but their Fairmount location.
Fairmount location. And then I left and my wife called me. She goes,
you gotta get your ass home.
She goes, like, just shut the world down.
And we were like, you were with that gross ass kid Jesse just now? Great. Now we're definitely all
we were breathing on each other and shit, dude. We were getting weird.
Right.
Oh, dude. Amazing. Wonderful. All right. On to the next. Let's ride.